Hi, this is Eric Erb, and this is the Eric Erb Show. You can find me online at theericerbshow.com, or else find me on Twitter, twitter.com/The Eric Erb Show. Today, I want to talk to you about AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I'm sure you've probably heard by now that Ocasio-Cortez has raked in over $5 million in her campaign to be reelected as Congresswoman here in 2020. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee, the DCCC, has asked AOC to pay her fair share. AOC right now, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, does not want to pay her fair share. In other words, she's basically saying that that's money she's going to dole out, and she's going to give to her far left liberal wing candidates, if you will, the bunch of crazies that's with her on the far left, the liberals. And she's going to dole out that money to help support them. So in other words, she does not want to contribute to the Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee. Now, all candidates in the Democratic Party they have to pay dues. Each and every one of them have to pay yearly dues so that the campaign can help them win re-election. So Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is basically telling them, hey, I'm not going to pay it. I don't like what you're doing. I'm not going to support the DCCC. Screw you. F you. That's basically what she's saying. So there's a big feud going on right now, and a lot of people don't like AOC because her radical stances on different issues. I'll give you one quick example. Up in New York, Amazon wanted to bring lots and lots of jobs there, and AOC basically said, hell no, you're not going to bring all these jobs here. They were good paying jobs. I mean, we're talking about somebody here, AOC. She used to be a friggin' waitress. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. I've done my time in the restaurant business, hotel, restaurant, so on and so forth. It's very, very hard work. I got that. I'm not making fun of anybody, but the point being is that she doesn't understand basic business and when it comes to what's good for her constituents and her community. She might have 5 million followers on Twitter, but again, when you're in Congress and you're in the House of Representatives, you only get one vote. You don't get 5 million votes just because your fan base, your made up fake pretend fan base says that you're so popular and you're so much of this and you're so much of that. None of that counts. You get one person, one vote, and that's how it is in Congress. So she's going back and forth against the DCCC, and they're fighting right now amongst themselves. The far left wing, the kooks, as Rush Limbaugh would say, the far left wing kooks. I just like to refer to them as the socialist. And I heard today actually on a radio program, somebody was talking, another guest host was talking, and they were saying that there's 3 different parties going on right now. We have 3 different parties. And I stopped for a minute. I was listening. It kind of caught my attention. We have the Republican Party. Okay. We have the Democratic Party, and we have the Socialist Party, or the far left. And I thought that was a very interesting assessment and kind of analysis of what's going on, since it seems that the different factions in the Democratic Party, Nancy Pelosi, the House Speaker, controls, if you will, the Democrats, the establishment, and stuff like that, so on and so forth. Where AOC has her very small group, and she's controlling more or less the radical socialists, the far left wing of the party. So they're going back and forth. It's a power struggle. It's going to be very interesting come the election time as we start to get into the primaries and stuff like that. You're going to start to see a lot of the candidates will start to they eat themselves and turn on themselves. I've noticed that this effect, they're trying to appease a small group of people. Again, the far left wing, they're trying to influence everything and everybody. And it seems that the Democratic Party is just flipping on its ear and it's just turning inside out. Literally, they're eating their own, they're eating their own Democrats. And that's too bad because, back in the day when JFK was still alive, before he was actually shot and murdered, assassinated, before November 1963, the Democratic Party was at least a somewhat of a respectable party. Since then, the Democratic Party has gone downhill over the last, 30, 40 years, and it has just continued to go downhill, just on a downward spiral. And it's really sad. They used to be for the working labor and for the people. Now all they care about is obtaining money, obtaining power, and just getting rid of President Trump. And that's really, really, really sad. And again, that power struggle between AOC and Nancy Pelosi and AOC's far radical left, they're trying to primary candidates, establishment candidates, Democratic candidates in all states. If they're weak, they're trying to primary them. So just think about it, rather than we're both on the same team, we're both Democrats, we're both on the same team, let's say. And guess what? Here comes AOC, and she says, no, I want one of my people in there. I want a socialist person in there. I want a younger person in there. So what she's going to do is try to be the person that's going to decide who is going to run and what is going to run and who is going to be, if you will, primaried in the Democratic Party. If she doesn't like you, she's going to primary you. That it's plain and simple. So, word is on the street, and from what I'm hearing is they've redistrict, or they're trying to redistrict. It's not finalized there in New York, AOC's district there in New York City, so that she ends up losing most of her district. She has to go to a different district. So she'll be a different representative, and she'll be competing against different people. They want her out, and they want her out now. She's bad for the party. At least the establishment thinks that, because she's shaken up the party radically. She's bad for the party, bad for the people. She's just bad all the way around. I mean, they won't come out and say that directly. They say that indirectly and off camera and off mic and different things like that. But that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to get rid of AOC. Myself personally, I think it's very humorous. It's what politics need. I'm not in favor of AOC at all from a personal standpoint, but that's here nor there. But I think it is good to shake things up a bit. I definitely think it is. Washington is nothing but corruption. It's politicized now. Everybody and everything, at least if you're on the Democratic Party, does nothing more than sit around, bash Trump. They don't do any work. They get nothing done. And they just get these exuberant salaries of over $100,000 plus. Their average salary, I believe, last time I checked, was about $75,000, 75 to 80 on the average, and depends on what committee a person's appointed to. Then they get maybe an extra $20,000 or more once they're on a committee, that type of thing. So the salary just goes up and up and up and up. So let me know what you think. This is Eric Erb from the Eric Erb Show. Thanks for tuning in. Click like, let me know what you think of the program. Thanks, and have a great day.